Oh, that thing turns. Hi guys, it's Ovada Games here. Thought I'd play some seconds re-atomized. Let's just jump straight in. There's a whale. Anyway, here we go. Scavenge supplies from your house and make sure the shelter is well stocked. I mean, yeah, that does sound alright, because we can choose our own supplies. Experience a one-of-a-kind post-apocalyptic adventure. Survive in your fallout shelter with randomly selected supplies. I think I'm going to click this, because to be perfectly honest, in the past, when I've played that beginning part when you choose your supplies, I'm just terrible at it. So I'm gonna click survival. Family members 2 to 4, some junk, food supply. Yeah, I think we'll go for the healthy medium. Okay, what have we got on day 1? Okay, we have 50% of the family. We've left little Timmy behind and the lady. Okay, we have a Boy Scout guide. I wonder if that does anything. Maybe not. Maybe it just tells us things we kind of already know. We have a suitcase, presumably with nothing. We have a map. In fact, a lot of good it does us underground. We have a fan. We have... oh yeah, we have some water, a fair amount of soup. We have poison. Now, I'm not sure... oh no, bug spray. I'm not sure what good that's going to do us. We have bullets, no gun. We have a gas mask, that'll come in handy. First aid kit. And a padlock with a key. Not sure what good that can do. And we have a table. You know, table's important, especially if you've ever played RimWorld, you know. We will have no mood debuffs related to the table. Maybe everything else, but... okay, day 1. Oh, it's a little cat. At least the 2 of us made it. We only had a smaller house, and if only we had a smaller house and less slippery floors. Okay, so Timmy and the lady, they just slipped on the floor. And yeah, so our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Okay, it's day 1, calm down. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never... oh, okay. Yeah, we've never seen one, that checks out. But we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. Okay. Time to ration supplies. Now, I wonder if I can get away with just not giving them food like the first few days. Yeah, let's try that. This is probably gonna go down well. Being safe down here is much better than being pulverized out there, but that doesn't mean we don't want to go outside. Maybe we could take a walk soon. The neighbourhood is probably much more peaceful since the bombings. I'm not sure about that. Day 2. Okay. So we got stubble, radiation going. Oh. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone to shit a crappy place. Mary Jane says she's fine and doesn't need anything. Okay. Now I'm going to go for water again. What's this? The contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions could result in radiation sickness. Yeah, no kidding, Sherlock. Okay. No, we're not going to do that. So we can start expeditions, that's good. It's hard to keep track of time down here. Blah 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 blah. These terrible light bulbs are not helping. okay. Too bad we can't replace them. Wait a minute. Why is the first aid kit? Oh, I guess like sleeping tablets. I don't know. Okay. No water again. Huh. Not sure what that's for, but cross that bridge when we come to it. Day 3. Okay. They look fine. Oh, have we used up the whole first aid kit? Oh my god. Okay, that was a bad decision. Our first aid kit was well stocked with a variety of medical supplies, including a pack of sleeping pills. Well, you didn't need to use everything else. We never thought we would use them, but in these conditions it's the right thing to do. Also, it was a nice change from our usual diet of tomato soup, so you ate some bandages, did you? We're all rested now and can enjoy our time in the shelter. Or can we? There's nothing going on with Ted. Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, Ted's the father. Nothing new anyway. It's impressive how Mary Jane is handling the situation. She looks fine today. Okay. Oh, I should actually have some food. The area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is a waste, unless you don't mind getting sick. Yeah, probably not. We had some spare ammunition, but now it's gone. What? We don't know how or when. It must have been misplaced. We need to find it soon, but it was just on the shelf. Okay. It makes a little sound when you click on the thingy-mabob that you don't have. Well. Okay. Oh. Who's knocking on the door? Suspicious. It was too dark to find those tiny bullets without a flashlight. They aren't lost. Technically, they're still in the shelter. Technically. Ted is fine. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who wouldn't in this coffin-sized shelter? Okay. Can I go water? Actually, can we just go without water for a day or two? Let's try that. The contamination of a town is still strong. Yep. Okay, makes sense. Feeling so-so. There was nothing more surprising than a knock on a fallout shelter door. Who could it be? Shall we investigate and risk our very lives? That sounds like a good idea. Shall we open the door? There's I don't know what this is. Is that a tank? Okay. Okay, my instinct is saying no. But what if we get something cool if we open it? It's probably just the neighbours. Let's do it. Come on. Oh my god. It's what's her face. She doesn't look too happy at Ted. Probably for leaving her behind. I mean, canonically, according to the journal, Timmy and the lady slipped on the floor, so it's kind of their fault, you know. Like they can't really blame us. Like when we opened the door, we just laughed and screamed and laughed. So it was that's what her name is. It was Dolores. She survived the blast. How'd she survive the blast, actually? More or less. Oh, this is a happy day. Dolores was hurt. She's really tired. Ted is fine. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling the situation. She looks fine today. Okay. I think today I'm not going to give water soup to Ted and Jane. I'll give them water tomorrow. Is it like 3 days without water? Is it like 2 weeks without food? Something like that. Anyway. Dolores. She's probably had nothing, so I'm gonna have to give her 5. Still irradiated. Ted is vigorous. Dolores is buggered. Mary Jane's is ready. Spiders seem to be operating under the assumption that they have all the same rights to the shelter as we do. They're everywhere and don't seem very scared of us. It's time we change that. We don't want any more spiders in our soup. No sir. Oh, that's just extra protein, you know. I feel like the book might come in handy. Let's just use the spray. Can we use both? I'll just use the spray. Oh, actually, wouldn't that poison them in an enclosed space? Okay. Ted looks fine. Jane looks a little haggard. Dolores is still buggered, probably. When it's us or... oh, yeah, sweet. Sweet, we got some soup. When it's us or them, there shouldn't be any reservations when it comes to choosing your arsenal. We knew those spiders stood no chance against well-aimed bug-killing spray, so we used it. When it was over, the few remaining spiders fled. We started cleaning up and claimed an unexpected prize, a soup can that we didn't notice before. It was well hidden in the shadows and under a few layers of dead spiders. We're no doctors, but we should help Dolores. Her wounds are pretty bad. Oh well, you know, instead of saving a member of the family, we use the medication on a few sleepless nights. Dolores needs more time to rest. She seems exhausted. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. Everyone has to drink sometimes, including Mary Jane. Is there any more left? Okay, that's probably a sign that we should give them some water. I don't want to, but I mean, surely more supplies would mean that she rests up, maybe? I don't know. Still irradiated, yep. Ted's vigorous. Dolores is still rugged. Mary Jane is alright. What in the hell are those sounds? Are they coming from the goddamn walls? They are driving us crazy. Is there something crawling in the air vents? Relax. Take a deep breath. We should probably calm down before we start tearing them down. Maybe try something relaxing for a bit. We got nothing relaxing. We got soup and a gas mask. So make of that what you will. Day 7. Okay. Let's see. Boredom can really get to you in this shelter. It can lead you to dark places. Trust us. We're no doctors. Oh, okay. We're no doctors, but we should help Dolores. Her wounds are pretty bad. We can't do anything. We got no... Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. Ted isn't thirsty anymore. Mary Jane is no longer thirsty. I think I'm just gonna keep giving extra supplies to Dolores and just hope that she gets better. It looks like the area is still irradiated. Yep, checks out. Okay, Ted's okay. Dolores is buggered. Mary Jane is okay. Okay. Every new smell attacks our noses in this little shelter instantly. There isn't much we can miss. So when a single brick fell out from the wall, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. We should probably check that hole out and see what the source of that smell is. Yeah, probably. Oh my god, there's a phone. We looked into the hole, fearing something might come at us with claws, fangs, or other mutated and sharp body parts, but nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling it would be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much. Dolores is still hurt and it might take a while before she gets better. Okay, well, at least there's optimism that she'll get better. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. The rest of the family's doing fine. checks out. Ted's good. Dolores is still buggered, but slightly less buggered than yesterday. Mary Jane is so-so. Okay. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop, yet here we are. So we can clearly hear a phone ringing outside. It must be the public phone booth on the other side of the street. Well, naturally it survived. You know, they build them hardy stuff. Should someone go answer it? Honestly, no, probably not. Day 9. And Mary Jane's gone cuckoo. Okay, where do we leave off? Just went to go and get myself a snack. Let's see, it was day 9. Oh yeah. Mary Jane's got nuts. That's not good. It's way too dangerous to just randomly run to a ringing phone in the middle of a radioactive ghost town. Yep. We're not taking any chances. It took a while before the ringing stopped. It was pretty annoying for all of us. We should attend to Dolores' injuries. Dolores is still tired and can't seem to sleep it off. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Mary Jane went nuts. Okay. Maybe I'll just give everyone some supplies. For now. Yep, still highly radioactive. Ted's okay. Needs a rest. Dolores is... I think she's improving. I'm not sure. I'm a bit worried. Mary Jane is feeling so-so. I thought she went nuts. Okay. So-so, nuts, you know, same thing. Everything is shaking. Cans are jumping all over the place. If this had happened after we drank that delicious wine for supper a few weeks back, it would seem perfectly normal. It's either another nuke or a quake. Either way, we need to grab something before everything gets smashed to pieces. Okay, well, apparently the only thing we have a note that we can save is the gas mask, so easy choice. Day 10. Okay. Yeah, Mary Jane, she's perfectly fine, you know, like, it's probably in a like comfortable position, but Day 10. We got to the gas mask in time, just before it was about to get smashed by jumping pieces of furniture. That was one hell of a quake. Let's try to stay positive. That was hardly anything compared to the nuke that dropped recently. You know the one, right? Mary Jane still isn't completely sane. It fills us with worry, but there's not much we can do. Dolores needs more time to rest. She seems exhausted. Dolores has no colours left on her face. Her injuries need to be fixed ASAP. Well, we can't. There's bugger all we can do. Let's see. Still irradiated. Ted's okay. Dolores is not good. Mary Jane she's nuts, but physically she's okay, so let's see, we're not alone. Oh, there's a huge hairy bunny beast that seems to be hiding in one of the pipes. It's been poking its head out, eyeing our measly food stash. We can't let it get to it. We can't let it be in here when we sleep. Okay, wow. I guess we just have a pet now, because there's bugger all we can do about it. Oh, sugar. That beast of a rodent won and stole our food. Can or no can, at least we have each other, right? We're just worried it'll come back to finish what it started. Oh no. Mary Jane isn't mentally stable. She seems to have lost the ability to reason normally. Everyone has to drink sometime, including Mary Jane. Is there any water left? Oh, sugar. Okay. Yes, Mary Jane will get some water. Basically, okay, we're running really low on water, so I think I'm just gonna supply it when they complain. Okay, this is not good. I think I'm gonna try and wait 1 or 2 more days before sending Ted out. Yep, that's the plan. It has become more and more difficult to breathe in the shelter over the last couple hours. We suspect there is something wrong with the ventilation. Maybe it got stuck somehow, but how? We need to investigate or we might suffocate. Okay, so naturally, when fixing ventilation shafts, you bring a Boy Scout manual. Day 12. Okay. Oh. Dolores has got a bit of a greenish complexion. I'm sure she's fine. Using the handbook to... What? Using the handbook to research vent maintenance. Yeah, I remember my time in the Boy Scouts, you know, we got up in the rafters and put in all sorts of ventilation. You know, that's what you need in the wilderness. Where was I? Seems like a fair idea. We figured it's full of pointers on how to fix things, like ventilation shafts. It must have a chapter on nuclear shelter air filtration systems. Oh, okay, that kind of makes sense, but not really. Before we could even check, we were invaded by a group of angry, mutated insects, which flew out of that cursed vent. Their stings hurt like hell, and seems to give us a fever. Oh no. Mary Jane still isn't completely sane. It fills us with worry, but there's not much we can do. Mary Jane is no longer thirsty. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Dolores has no colours. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Water for Ted. Water and food for Dolores. So hopefully she recovers. Maybe 1 more day. We can keep sitting on our back sides here in this tiny little bunker, or we could start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighbourhood? Yeah, I mean, what reason do they have? We could do it on our own, the escaping part, not the running part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. Well, that's all we can do, because we got no radio. Oh. Dolores ain't looking so good. Okay, if there is one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis. Is there just no mention of Dolores? She doesn't make the headlines. To use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that, or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Mary Jane isn't mentally stable. Ted isn't thirsty anymore. Dolores suffered from her injuries far too long. With the infection spread, there was nothing we could do. Okay. Well, what are you going to do? Let's give it some food. The contamination's still strong. Okay, Ted's good. Mary Jane's so-so, but mentally insane. So, I think, maybe, when it goes down from strong to like medium or whatever, I think that's when we'll send out Ted. We know very little about what's going outside. It'd be a good idea to find out more. Maybe discover if anyone else made it to safety. A radio could help this. Yeah, I'm sure it could. Oh, okay, are we not? Oh, actually, no, we've got no place to put her. So she's just gonna stay there, okay. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Mary Jane still isn't completely sane. It fills us with worry, but there's not much we can do. Mary Jane is no longer hungry. We should get Mary Jane something to drink. Ted is not complaining today, at least not very much. Okay, water for Jane. Nothing else. State of the wasteland remains unknown to us. Maybe we should risk it all. Actually, yeah, maybe we should do it. Okay. We woke up to a dripping sound today and noticed there's something leaking from the pipes. That green liquid looked innocent enough, even after it ate through the table and the chair and the floor. Patching up that pipe is probably a good idea. Okay, so... So we can use a handbook, gas mask, or a suitcase. I think let's use the handbook again. Maybe it's got a... If it had a bit on nuclear shelter ventilation, maybe it has something on fixing pipes. Okay. Problem solved. No leak, no mess. Back to our tidy little shelter. Mary Jane still acts quite peculiar. Not the happy, bright lady she used to be. Mary Jane is no longer thirsty. Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. Okay, give Ted some food. Wait, it was Mary Jane? Okay. It is time we chose someone to scavenge the remains of our town in search of supplies. Who will it be? I think Ted, definitely. Okay. He's left the shelter in very capable hands. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Mary Jane still can't handle her own thoughts. She's also bothered by recurring nightmares. Okay. Hungry. Yep. We got scared a little bit today when all of a sudden our map just fell off the wall. Maybe our shelter is haunted. Oh yeah, that's haunting on top of a nuclear apocalypse. That's be the icing on the cake. Maybe when the map fell down, it revealed some sort of safe behind it. We don't remember installing it, but we can probably crack it. Well, we technically have all the time in the world to do it. Should we try? Yeah, why not? Do we get anything? We're still not certain how the map fell down. If it was some ghost playing tricks on us, it's a friendly one. Inside the safe we found some useful items, so we'll do the ghost the courtesy of not calling an exorcist. Mary Jane still acts quite peculiarly, not the happy bright lady she used to be, no longer hungry. Okay, she is thirsty though. Our patience is wearing thin. We thought it would be a good idea to take a quick look outside to see if there's any trouble in the area. As we were about to step out, a pair of animal eyes flashed in the darkness and their owner started growling in a most terrifying way. We had moments to decide what to do, which apparently was to do nothing. We found it was too risky to face whatever horror waited in the shadows. We did what any sane person would do. We shut the door. The creature was gone the next morning. Mary Jane still isn't completely sane. So she's a little bit sane, maybe? Fills us with worry. No longer thirsty. That's good. Ring ring. It's the phone call again. I don't know. No, we're not answering it. It's probably just spam. Okay. It's way too dangerous to... Yep, that's what I'm saying. It's way too dangerous to just randomly run to a ringing phone in the middle of a radioactive ghost town. We're not taking any chances. It took a while before the ringing stopped. It was pretty annoying for all of us. Mary Jane isn't mentally stable. Well, you know, Same old, same old. Okay. Radio thing again, but we don't have a radio, so... Day 20. Okay, if there is one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio. Oh, we don't have a radio though. That might be transmitted to our area. Okay. But Mary Jane's thirsty. Give him some water. We came across a few markings that were not original. Someone has added a pointer to a location near us. What would we find there? We don't know. Maybe it's worth sending someone to check out. Well, I mean, I would send someone, but I think we need someone at the bunker. Like, I don't think you can just leave it empty. Childish drawings on a map, not exactly a good reason to risk our heads in this whole mess of a situation. What would be buried there, if anything at all? Half a dozen bottle caps? Clearly not worth the risk. Half a dozen bottle caps, that could probably buy you like a little bit of ammo, maybe a plasma gun. Go towards fixing sanctuary, I don't know. Mary Jane still acts quite peculiarly. Okay, she's not thirsty, but a bit hungry. It's not easy to be in these circumstances. Hopefully we will keep our peace, or else we might need to act like wolves. Survival of the fittest and all. Yeah, fair enough. Oh my god, Ted's back. Okay. He doesn't look great. Did you bring any stuff? We're trying our best to remain calm. The situation we're in is far from normal and we might never get used to it. We hope the help comes soon. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. We were happy to find the fire station in our town is at least semi-operational. Even after the apocalypse, it's not really shocking. Firefighters are the greatest of heroes, right after Marines and ice cream men, naturally. The ones with happy tunes in their vans. Although none of their faces looked familiar. We're sure they're the real deal. They had uniforms, helmets and everything. They even customised their headwear by drawing a lot of menacing skulls on them. How creative. Near the garage we found a few firefighters showing off some giant mutated cockroaches with a fire hose. We joined in on the fun and managed to fill some bottles with water in the process. Outside next to the entrance we found a mannequin dressed in a police uniform nailed to the wall with a fire axe. It must have been an art installation of sorts. And we were sorry to ruin it, but we really needed that axe. We spotted some sort of vehicle just down the street, but couldn't get a good enough look at it in the dark. Maybe future expeditions will prove more fruitful. Ted is hungry, Ted is really tired, Ted is sick. Okay. There is no coming back for Mary Jane if we keep ignoring her weird behaviour. Okay. Maybe we should just send Mary Jane out. Maybe the wasteland will... yeah, let's try talking to her. Okay. That's a good sign, I think. Nothing solves problems better than an honest conversation over a hot beverage. We don't have the latter, but talking alone seems to do the trick. Ted is hungry, Ted keeps coughing and coughing, Ted still hasn't recovered his energy. Okay. Mary Jane is no longer crazy, but she is thirsty, which is a good sign. Let's give Ted full supplies. I mean, I'm hoping that'll go towards recovering, but I don't know. Some of us are keener to go outside than others. Yeah, Mary Jane. Okay. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Ted hasn't recovered from his illness yet. Ted is still mighty tired, needs some time. Yep, okay. I think I'm just going to keep on giving him full supplies. Open in the name of freedom. Open in the name of freedom, came a shout from outside our door. We weren't sure who claimed to be representing freedom, but we could hear it was a group of people, probably armed. Anyone who introduces themselves like that is probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. Should we open? Okay. My instinct is saying no. But what if they're friendly people? Let's screw it. Risk it for a biscuit. Oh my god. Did we get a gun? Opening the door revealed a group of armed teenagers, possibly high school students. Contrary to what we expected, they were very friendly and requested to know if we've seen any Reds nearby. We couldn't help them. When they found out we were not armed, they were kind enough to leave us a spare rifle. We asked who they were, and all they said was Wolverines. I think... is that a reference to like a movie? Not X-Men, but I think there was like some sort of movie where a bunch of teenagers fought off a Russian invasion. I don't know, something like that. Something should be done about Ted's sickness. Okay. A sleazy looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For just one can of soup, we could get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gave us an angry glance every time we take a step toward the mysterious bag. Should we make a deal? Absolutely. Not a doubt in my mind. Was that a meow? Oh my god, we got a cat. As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake, emitting screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the walls. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out to be just an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down in the corner to clean itself. Its collar says Sharakov. Is that its name? Ted has rested. Ted has recovered. Yes. Ted is mint. There's a small muddy pond at the park nearby. Too bad we forgot our fishing rod. Perhaps we could try to fish something out of the nasty water using the suitcase. Yep, that's. I see no problem with that. Okay, the cat still seems happy. Oh, what's that? We have to admit we were counting on some kind of fish man, what am I saying? We have to admit we were counting on some kind of fish to enrich our tomato diet, but this will have to do instead. Too bad the suitcase got ruined in the process. Where is the water when Ted needs it? Yeah, Ted gets some water. The radio. Yep, we still got no radio. Here's the phone again. Yep, still got no radio. Wait. Oh, he's not thirsty anymore. Okay. I don't know, maybe we should answer it. I said Ted answer the phone call. Oh, Mary Jane's back. She's looking Okay. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter. During our expedition, we stumbled across a half-ruined wall with some half-burnt painting on it. We quickly realised we had found the ruins of our old museum. Normally we would never enter an establishment like that without a ticket, but desperate times called for desperate measures, and so we left some change on the counter. We jumped over the turnstile without looking back. We were hoping for some sweets or snacks, but all the museum canteen had to offer was tomato soup. Those poor, poor tourists. We believe that our expedition to the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be cautious next time. Oh, that's ominous. Maybe we can bring the fire axe next time. The vehicle down the street looked like someone's work in progress. We observed it from afar. Who could the owner be? We've kept our distance for the time being, but we may want to take a closer look in the future. This could potentially be our ticket out of here. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Mary Jane's hungry. Okay. So she's back from the expedition, so she gets more supplies. Yeah, let's not send anyone out. If there's one sure way to get our attention, it's definitely banging on our shelter door. Whoever it is, they're quite persistent. They've been at it for the past 5 minutes. Should we open? And naturally, yes. Group of travellers wearing gas masks and carrying some serious looking equipment gave us purified water. Before we could thank them, they turned away and left. Opening that hatch was a bit risky. It seems it gave us some awful sickness. Oh no. Ted is hungry. Where is water when Ted needs it? Okay. This is not good. Yeah, let's wait a day or two before we send anyone. While trying to pet the little devil, we found a piece of paper on its collar with an address scribbled on it. Could its previous owners still be around and weren't sick? Chances are slim, but maybe we should pay them a visit, or at least whatever's left of them. You know what, why not? Oh my god, the cat's gone. We grabbed our new fluffy friend for a little stroll through the waste, only to immediately run into a couple of gentlemen dressed in trench coats, fedoras and shades. They gritted their teeth at the sight of the cat and said they'd been looking for it. Apparently it belongs to their dear old Nan, who loves it dearly. Before we could utter a word, they took Shirarikov, thanked us and left. The cat didn't seem to mind, so maybe it's for the best. Okay. Maybe it was their cat, I don't know. We're gonna give the gang a day or two to recover. Mary Jane was injured on her last expedition. She didn't mention it to us and we didn't notice. It wasn't a problem until just now. It seems her injury got infected and she's in bad shape. We must help her. Why is an axe an option? I mean... What did we use the axe for? Mary Jane got the wrong idea when we brandished the axe. She tried to limp out of the bunker. Fortunately she was too slow and we were able to explain our intentions before she ran out. Heating the axe's blade allows us to clean the wound and stop it from festering. Now it's up to her immune system. We had to break her axe to do it, but she's looking better today. Okay, that's good.